Hello, beautiful ether friends. Welcome to your throat chakra meditation. As usual, we are beginning with a little bit of information around and about the throat chakra. And if you feel like you don't want to listen to that every single time, you can just sort of listen through that one time. And then just in the description box down below, you can just skip to the meditation straight away, whatever like works for you. So, some short things about the throat chakra is that when it's flowing, it's like you're in your power, you're in your essence, you're in your passion, you're in your purpose, you're speaking your truth, you're walking your talk. It's like you have no problem standing up for yourself. And it's not even like once you're in a very beautiful flow with your throat chakra, you almost don't even, to other people it can look like that you really stood up for yourself there, and you're like, did I really? I just sort of spoke what I felt like I needed to say. It's almost like you never feel defensive, or like you have to feel defensive, if that makes sense. On the contrary, if this chakra is blocked or unbalanced, you're gonna notice, like you're gonna have if we talk about the emotional stuff around it, it is really hard to stand in your truth. It's really hard to speak your truth. It can be like very. If you think about practical things, like you're having a hard time to get your dream job, or to find your purpose, and you feel like the practical stuff. Like, what does that have to do with your throat? If you don't speak your truth, if you don't stand in your truth, in your power, it's going to be really tough to find that passion or find that purpose about what you really want to do. And it's so much about the throat and like how we speak and our voice. Like our voice needs to be heard in the world, but it's also the same with being heard. If there's a blockage in your throat chakra, you could have a real issue with being heard, like feeling misunderstood a lot of the times, and feeling like no matter how much you try to explain yourself, you're just not heard or understood. It's the same thing. So it's not just about the voice, it's about how you feel like you're being received or perceived in the world as well. And to also clarify that it's your, other people might think that they get you clearly, and you walk away thinking, they just don't get me. Like I explain something, and you can sort of see in their face that they think that they got it, and you sort of understand that they don't. So it's like it's a give and receive about this throat thing as well. It's not just about the voice, it's about being heard. Physical symptoms, if it's blocked, you can have like real issues with thyroid, sköldkörteln in Swedish, which is phenomenally high with women. That's like a scary number to how many women is having thyroid problems if you compare to men. Just a little thing there to throw in there. So thyroid issues for sure. Hoarseness, like having trouble to have a clear voice, having a sore throat, all of the issues you get around your throat. Let me look here a little bit. Right. We talk about the throat, but it's also around, because it's like all around here. So it also comes down to ear infections. Just like being heard, it's not just about talking your talk, walking your talk, and use of your voice, like that beautiful voice of yours. It's equally to be heard. And then the physical ailment of that is that you're gonna get ear infections so you might not think that is that the throat is sort of thrown out when you have issues with your ears. A lot of people confuse that with, it can sometimes be a little bit with the third eye, but mostly it's attached to the throat. And like, it's not such a clear cut, like this is this and this is that. Like, it's all together. And that's why it's so important, because the bridge is the heart up to the throat, right? So if no matter how much you try to speak your truth, if there's a blocked heart, the truth is not going to come out because you're not in your heart anyway, if that makes sense. So of course, obviously everything works together. So with that said, with no further ado, there's also this little information about the throat chakra where I listed the, I was going to say do's and don'ts, but like the balanced or off balance. Of course, all of these has more to it, and I always suggest that you even sit in meditation and sort of feel like what is each chakra, what does it mean for you. So we have all these listed things, but then there could be like a thing that I don't talk about it, and it's also not in the list. It doesn't mean that it's not, something else that is an issue for you, or something else that really works for you once you're in that flow. Okay, have you been drinking your water? If not, you're gonna shoot me by this point. If not, I highly suggest that you pause the video a little bit, and that we get some more water into the body, because it helps to raise the energy once we get going. So if nothing else, I suggest that I just want to say, if there's any questions, just don't hesitate to send them to me. If you wonder about like the smallest thing, just ask me. I set the alarm for 9 minutes again, so I keep track of the time. So I'm just gonna see where we start here. So I say welcome to the throat chakra meditation. So if you please will just sit where you can comfortably just relax, and start with big breaths in through your nose, and then hold for a bit, and then breathe out through your nose again. If you feel like you need to cleanse yourself a little bit beforehand, just breathe in through your nose and just blow it out through your mouth. So just come with me, relax your shoulders, and start to breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hold for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then breathe out through your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and continue to breathe in. You can do longer and longer. Just you don't have to do 5 seconds. You can do 6 seconds in. You can hold for 4, and you can breathe out for 7. Like whatever feels good to you. And as you start to breathe like this, you're going to grow your lungs. Like your lung capacity is going to just be able to take more and more energy. So, and air. So just continue to breathe where you're at, and then simultaneously just start to focus on your throat. Relax your shoulders. Another thing that's a little bit tricky with the throat is that the throat can be the issue when you have tense shoulders. That can be a blockage in your throat. So just release your shoulders, relax them. Continue to breathe. And just feel like you go deeper and deeper into relaxation as you breathe, and focus your awareness on your throat. If you want to, the color can be blue. If there's another color that has already shown up for you, then please take that color. But if you want to, just use the blue color. And almost see yourself as sitting inside your throat. It's almost like you're becoming a little mini version of yourself, so that you, in like a third person way, fits inside your throat. So you're surrounded by the color that you see, or by blue. So you're just sitting in the very center here. And continue to breathe slowly in through your nose, and then hold, and then breathe out through your nose. And relax your shoulders. And as you sit here in your throat, just have words like honesty come to mind. Honesty. truth, clarity, inspiration, purpose, passion. Knowing clearly who you are and speaking your truth. And if you want to, you can see a disc that is spinning or swirling around in your throat. And you're staying at the very center of this disc. So you're inside of this disc, in the very middle, in the very center. And this disc is swirling around you. And it doesn't matter if it's really fast, if it's really slow, or even if it's a little bit wobbly. It just spins. And you just stand there in the middle and you grow with the disc. You can start to expand your own awareness. It's almost like this tiny little miniature version of yourself is starting to expand with the disc. So you see the disc. It's almost like you're becoming one with the disc. If that's too tricky, just leave the disc altogether and just see yourself just expand, just grow and become bigger and bigger and bigger. So this energy field that just comes out of your throat just becomes to the point of 3 meters or 10 feet outside of yourself. And that is you, and why it's so important that you are a part of this right here, as you have in every other chakra, but you're really in your truth. It's because it's who you are. This is who you are. You're the truth. This is the version of yourself, the most authentic and real and honest. And as you expand yourself, continue to breathe, relax your shoulders. You can switch it so that an energy field or this disc or this wheel is taking your place, and you're swapping so that you're back into your body. So you're taking this beautiful energy with you into the body. So it's almost like the throat chakra has just been integrated in every single particle of your entire body. So there's a little bit of your throat chakra in your heart and in your solar plexus, in your whole stomach, in your sacral energy, in your root, down in your knees and in your feet, up through your ears, through your third eye, and to your crown, and even out into your arms. It's just everywhere, this authenticity, this truth, this blue color or whatever color you're seeing. It just is in every cell, in every fiber of your being, starting to speak your truth and walking your talk. And continue to breathe. It's as if next time you meet someone, or even next time you have an idea or have a dream or have a conversation on your own, in your own head, you have never been more authentic, never been more real. You have never been so clear in what you're saying to someone else. You're making so much sense to other people, and people really get what you're saying. You feel really heard. There's no misunderstanding. There's no fear of speaking your truth or speaking of your dreams. Even if you think that someone else might not understand them, it's not an issue anymore. You just speak your truth anyway. Because you're in your authenticity, you're in your truth. And over the next few days, and as you continue to do this meditation, what you really are passionate about doing might come to mind. You might really start to find your purpose. You might to really start to have a reason to get up in the morning. And just continue to breathe and relax your shoulders. And where there's been any issues with your throat or any issues with your ears, those are going to correct themselves. If you just continue this meditation and this focus on your throat, you just allow for the physical body to sort of find its balance again. Give it a little bit of time. And just see this field outside of yourself, 3 meters or 10 feet outside of your body. Just see this enormous blue field. There's just like a wheel swirling around you. You're standing there in the middle of it, just feeling so sure of yourself and of your place in the world and of your voice. And how all of this authenticity just ripple effects into the rest of the body, downwards and upwards. And we continue to breathe slowly in through your nose. Hold for a couple of seconds. And breathe out. And continue to breathe in and hold for a bit. And breathe out. And we're at 9 minutes. But whoever wants to continue, just continue and sit in this energy, or come back refreshed, whatever you want. Thank you.